Morning everybody, it's now Monday morning. I've got 2 kids with me down here. I am down the plot today. I'm going to get one of the big jobs tackled off first, and that's going to be the cabbages, because I want to see what the cabbages are like, because I haven't really paid much attention to them recently, and with the recent weather that we've had, they should be massive. So I'm going to show you the before, and then we'll get cracked on and get see what they're like afterwards as well. So as you can see, there are some giant cabbage in there somewhere. There's eight of them. Well, I say giant cabbage, 7 giant cabbage, 1 normal one. I can still see that one there. I'm going to get this cover taken off. I'm going to get all of this weeded out and get it sorted. Then we'll see what the cabbages are like. You guys, but that looks a lot better to me. Actually see me cabbages now. Oh, so you always miss a bit. I have to get them bits. As you can see, we can see the cabbages now, and there's some nice size ones. This one here is going to get pulled up. It's no good. It's not a giant cabbage. Must have been a dodgy seed, which is a shame, because I could have had Kale's and then Kale could have had that one. The other ones though aren't doing too badly. Some canny size there. I mean, like I said, for size comparison, these are pallet collars, and you know the size of pallets. And you can, the leaves themselves. Let's get my hand on one. There's a leaf. There's my hand. They're ginormous. So that's exactly what I want them to be. And the best one I've got is this one. I mean, Elizabeth's picked this one as my favourite. This one first. This one's second, and that one's third. So we've already started picking the ones that we like. So I'm going to start. I did have them netting across the top here. I want to do something a little bit different. I've still got the nets here. I've joined together in 2. I think I'm just going to get the yellow pipe in that I got for free, and just do like I've done with this one here, and just stick one big one across here and one big one across here. Then that'll be the hooks, and I'll do them rather large as well, because I could always reuse them again and make a polytunnel with them. But I'm pleased with that work that I've carried out so far, and my giant cabbages are giant. Well, hey. So I've knocked this up very quickly. It's just the yellow piping, of course, a couple of bamboo canes across the centre, and just tied them in at the bottoms with screws in there. The pallet collars, but much better. I've given all of these a feed as well. I've given a top dressing, bloodfish and bone, and also some other goodies as well. So we'll just have to see how these go through, and that's sorted out. So that's me done for today. Sky helped. Sky helped. She's been for a test this morning. We're just waiting to hear. If no news is good news, and we'll get out of the hospital on Wednesday. But she's helped us do this. It's a bigger support, bigger netting. It means that the cabbages can spread out a bit further, now that I can see them. Right, time to tidy up, pack away, and let's head home. Good morning, it's Tuesday morning. I've had a phone call off Grandad Dave. Well, actually off my grandma this morning. Grandad needs a hand moving some tomatoes. So I'm going to give him a hand this morning when he comes down. I'm going to show you what my comfrey's like, because it's been there a few weeks now. I've just shown Elizabeth. And she says, Dad, it stinks. It smells like somebody's just been to the toilet. I says, well, that means it's working then. Let's have a look and see what it's like after a few weeks. So as you can see, all bubbly, all broken down. It stinks. It doesn't stink until you start stirring it. But there you go. Plenty good feed, and it's actually feeding day to day as well. So tomatoes are going to get some of this. The leeks are going to get some of this. Fantastic. Get that lid back on. Now mix this to ratio 10 to 1. So 10 parts water, 1 part comfrey feed. And as you can see, it's starting to grow more, so I'll be able to take another batch as well. What do you think of that, Elizabeth? Good. You think it's good? What's it smell like?
It smells disgusting.
I'm going to show you what the nettle tea smells like now, how So this here, Elizabeth, is the nettle tea. It's stinky. It's not stinky yet. But let's start mixing it around. Bubbly, 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 bubbly. This was bubbling and brown. It was like a witch's. It is.
You guys can smell it.
Oh, it stinks.
How your nose is.
Stinks, but it's good feed for everything else. Generalized feed.
Make sure that's covered up. You don't need.
All right, never I don't.
I need to use like a perfume.
Need some perfume. Right, we're gonna get things fed. Look at these raspberries. I'm gonna have a lovely bumper harvest. Can't wait. Right, let's get things fed here, Elizabeth. So we're going at Dave's. Elizabeth's back on her job eating the strawberries. Elizabeth, are you eating all them strawberries? Good luck. No. She's not eating the strawberries. Right, very good. Right, well, this is what me and Grandad's doing. He did have his benches. So his bench at the back there comes across the top, and these tomatoes were on top of his bench. So what we've done is we've getting them out. He's got a bit of a poor back, so I've come over and I've given him a hand, putting them on the floor. We've got the stakes on, and his wires are across there as well. And just starting to do this side now as well, because we're getting all them in. There's two different varieties in here. Gardener's Delight, and these, there was three that were Shirley. That's them three there. Them three are Shirley, and the others are money makers. Got some canny tomatoes on them already, so doing well. And considering, once again, just like mine, that's a 10-litre pot, and that's how much compost in. So what do you do about here? We've got a couple of litres of compost, and these end up like this in here. So as you can see, they're starting to come up here. He's put these down too quick. They've jumped right up, but as you can see, they start growing really well, really tall. And like I say, there's not much compost in them, and we'll get some lovely big tomatoes. Still get some nice sized tomatoes. And the beauty with only filling the pot up half part way is, if you want to give them another boost, just to put a couple of handfuls of compost in again. Not only will that help the plant itself by feeding the soil, the depleted soil, but it'll start creating more roots as well. So it's a good handy little way to do things, which I'm pleased I've picked up off them. That's all sorted. All the canes are in, all them tied up. Absolutely fantastic. I'm going to sit down here and I'm going to tie them all up. I'm going to get me a little seat, and I'm going to get them all staked up onto the canes, and then that's the job sorted out for Grandad. You eating all them strawberries?
No.
How many's in there? Gives one. I want them strawberries. They look lush. Yummy, yummy. Not only you got them two greenhouses done, I think I'm going to stake up the other ones. He's also got some more in here as well. So into this one. Now, this is just a greenhouse shed. This is a greenhouse frame with just plastic taken off of a couple of mattresses and just put over the top. But these ones here, these are a Polish variety, which we were given. There's states on there, Polish, and they are very weird. They're very strange shapes. But I've got to put these ones down as well, which will be another week before we get them ones done. All tied up with a bit of twine. It's a twine, you know what I mean. So that's all of them done, and all of these ones done as well. I tell you what, instead of being on my knees, that little chair's been an absolute godsend. Just a bit of two blocks of wood basically, and just sit on it. It's fantastic. I'm just going to demonstrate how easy it is to sit down. So, go on, let's put it flat again. Oh no! Oh, she's back in the place. Oh no! Then sit down then. Elizabeth's going to demonstrate. There you go. Nice, it's better on your back, isn't it? Than honking down on your hooters. Right, let's go get some. I'll daddy go and pick some strawberries. I want to eat them as well.
No, that's not.
Well, we've got the first casualty of Grandad's giant onions. This one has unfortunately started to go to seed. So that's that one out, and that's going to be chopped up and used for eating. I'm going to get the tape measure. I'm I want to check to see what size his biggest one is compared to mine, because it's still a competition, Grandad. I still think I'm going to get a bigger one than he. Oh, it's fighting talk. So here's Grandad's biggest giant onion. It's currently measuring at 15 inches round. So it's not bad going, that. Let's have a look and see what other ones he's got. Down here, see if we can see a bigger one. Well, that's his biggest that he's got, 15. 15 inches, Grandad. 15. Aye, mine's up to 16 and a half at the minute. Aye, I'm an inch and a half on you. I haven't touched the food yet, he says. Right, we're going to get the pot leeks in. Not pot leeks, we're going to get the eating leeks, the ones that I had spare. He's going to get them in his ground. He's just raking over the top there. We're going to soak the ground so that when we dib, the holes won't collapse in on themselves. I'm going to go and prep the leeks. Right, there we go. Four rows. I think there's 4 there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Aye, 4 rows of musselbury leeks. All grown from 1 2-inch pot, 2 litre pot. Put them in February 14th into the ground today. These will be fantastic for eating all the way through to the spring next year till around about this time. So plenty in there, which is fantastic. Right, time to give we'll give everything a little drink in here while I'm in, and then head back over to mine. Well, what a little superstar. Ah. Hey, watering the plants? Good lass, we're nearly finished. We're just giving everything a water. I'm going to go and pick some stuff up for Grandad and I'm going to back over to mine. Don't wet Grandad! Nearly got you. Right, back on our garden. What we're going to get done here is I want to get this section boarded off because the soil keeps collapsing down. This was originally boarded out, so I've got one of my new boards and a half board over there, and I'll get another little bit of crust there, which is here, just to get it framed in. So that's what we're going to do, and then we're going to put these Cabbage and Romanesco cauliflowers in and see if we can get anything out of them on here. And that means what I need to do is just put a netting just over the top and just put a couple of screws in, and then that's covered over, so and make 2 frame. So let's get done with this, Elizabeth. And voila, 1 bed frame. I'm going to get the rotavator out and get another rotavator. Shouldn't take 2 minutes to do. And then once that's done, I'm going to make the blue cover for this, and I'm going to get them in here. So I'll show you what it's like afterwards. I just rotavated that off, and as you can see, what a difference this has made already. What a tidy bed this is going to be. Okay, I'm going to get the cover on. Help of Elizabeth here. Hey, check that out, do the dance moves. Woohoo! Got some bits and pieces planted out, a little bit better late than ever. We've got some Romanesco Cauli in here. So these are all the Romanesco. I'll put them in close together, we'll see what becomes of them. I could have spread them out like I have the rest of the stuff. Now, I've got some Brussels sprouts here. These are something organic, Groniger. So these ones are Groniger, and I've got 3, 6, 9, 12, it's 9 of them. These are Swede, best of all, and I've got 9 of them in there as well. And at the end, we've got green marble Brussels sprouts as well. Now you can see I've missed a few here. There was a purpose for that, because I'm going to do some direct sowing in here, so that these will be coming later on. So we're going to go and choose what we want. Oh, Elizabeth, we'll do some direct sowing. And that's everything sorted out. So we've got plenty of plants in here. We've went for putting broccoli in between these Brussels sprouts. So the broccoli are directly sown in the spare ones here, and also in between the Swede as well. Then at the end, where these sprouts are, what we've done is we've put clumps of bolt hardy beetroot. So we've got some in there, some in there, some in there, some in there, and things like that. So this is for my records as well, because I'm not going to mark them up. So we've got direct sown beetroot and direct sown broccoli as well. Now I do need to get these covered over, which I'll do very quickly with just a bit of netting, and then I'm going to start feeding everything, the onions and the leeks and everything. Having fun, Elizabeth? You liar. Nearly done, sweetie. Okay, that's the netting on. Just grab what I could, basically. I've just put some screws down the bottom there just to keep the netting taut. But that's all them in. Happy days. Good job, Elizabeth. Sitting there sniffing a flower. Time to get everything fed now and then head off home. So that's everything fed. Elizabeth's sick. don't blame her, to be honest. I've taken my eye off the ball on something, and I'll show you what it is. These are my lilies. They're nearly ready to be opening up. So the last few weeks of the cycle, what I'm using, giving them a feed with some ultimate peak here, give them a boost for flowering. But I've taken my eye off the ball with the red lily beetle, and as you can see, there's been some munching away, and you can actually see where these bugs are. You see all the leaves on this side and things. I mean, look at this one, it's gone. That leaf there is gone, and that's the reason as to why. That there is a red lily beetle bug. Sorry, there. And that's the thing that's, I explained last time, is covered in its own excrement. So there's one there. There's another one there. That munch away quite happily at all of these. And look at the devastation it's done on the inside, the new shoots. Look there, it's there. See it there, look. Get it off. And that's it there. Look at it. Munching away there. Trying to eat my thumb, wait and get away. There it's there, look. That's what it looks like. So I'm going to stand on it. And I'm going to have to go through all of these lilies again. I'm going to have to get them all pulled out. But I tell you what, they're nearly ready to flower, which is a good thing. Looking forward to seeing all these flower. Can't see them anymore because the Titan sunflowers have overtaken. Good morning, and what a morning. It's absolutely on fire. Another hot day today. This guy's already went down to hospital with Leslie this morning. A very early start. She's first on the list, and she's actually in operating theatre at the moment. She'll be all right. I'll let you know how she gets on later on. I'm not down here for very long today because I've got a few things to be done at home. I've come down to open up my greenhouses, open up Grandad Dave's greenhouses because he can't get down today neither, and get everything a bit of a water. His tomatoes needed watering. I want to check on mine. I did give everything a good drink last night as well as a feed, so I should be fine for today. I'll come back down later on and check to see if anything needs anything to drink. I've spotted something in the first polytunnel here. I'll show you what it is. It's involving the leeks. So when growing exhibition leeks, or leeks for sure, there's a few things you need to look out for. First thing's rust, which of course is that stuff. I'll just spin around it. I've cleared it off, but it's left a mark now. There's actually better options as well, but better visualization of it, but I'm not going to show you around very quickly much today. The other thing is thrip. So thrip can kind of look something like, it makes all the leaves all veiny and stuff like that. I mean, that's later on, that's earlier on, so you'll be able to see it on them. The new leaves, not so much, because these are actually all looking all right. The other thing is rot. Now, I came in and I could smell it straight away. You can smell the leek rotting away, and I've inspected all of these and I found the one that's rotting away there. Now, this didn't look like this yesterday, so you can see it. You can smell it. Sorry, you step back. Right, I'm gonna have to get that out and get it discarded off, but I thought I'd show you what it was beforehand. You can see it, look at that, absolutely minging. Then soft at the centre. That could be anything, that. It could be water dropping down the inside, it could be a bug that's getting inside and it's just started rotting from the inside. But that's going to get pulled up now. And that's that disappeared. Oh, it's still got a stinking smell in here. Bah, right. I'm running out of Cumbrians here. So far, the ones that I've put in here, the ones I've lost, one that was there. So for 1, 2, 3, 4 Cumbrians, 1, 2, 3, 4 giants in here alone. That one doesn't look like it's going to get any bigger. These ones are starting to put weight on now since I'm feeding with Chem Pack 2 for high nitrogen. So I've just measured these, and the biggest one I've got is 11.5 inches round, which is great. The biggest leek I've ever had for a Cumbrian is measured 13 inches round, and that was last year. So there's a good few more weeks to the show. I'm not going to have anything for the first show, I'm afraid, as I'll be keeping them for my club shows. So we'll have to see what I get out of these lot anyways. Let's have a quick look next door. Before I do that, look what I picked up. Next door neighbour's dismantled our swing set, and there's a good base there, so all I need to do is just hook that up somewhere and I can have a swing. Somewhere to sit and chill down the garden. So in the new polytunnel, everything in here is looking very nice. I am really liking these in here, the way I've set this up. Just having a look on the other sizes. This one here, I should really be marking these down, but this one here is just over 10 inches. Now that was 8 inches about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. So really starting to come on nicely here. And I'm feeding these with Chempac 2. So that's what I'm feeding them with. 2 scoops, level scoops, in this watering can twice a week. And that's what they're getting. I did lose one from here, so that's a different leek, obviously. I want to see how big this one is. So we're looking around about the same on there as well. So I might get a nice set of these CSXs out for my show. So at the minute, I do like the look of these ones. I might get a better set of CSX and I might get it than the Cumbrians, but I'm definitely going to have at least a couple as long as everything goes smoothly from here on out. I was saying before there about the rust. There's some on there, so I'll just get marked down points for that. But I have treated it with some bumper. Just rubbed a little bit of it on, and I'm going to be opening these flags up again today. It'll not be long before I start covering them up. Now these Betty Blacks here, they don't seem to be moving. Let's have a measure. Well, they're currently measuring it just under 8.5, so they've put half an inch on in a week. So looks like these are actually starting to move now. These, I did put these in later. That's the reason why they're not as big as the other ones. But we'll give it a chance, we'll give it time. Because I'm a big, I do like a lot of other people do as well. I look at all these other growers and think, wow, they've got them 13, 14, 15 round at the minute. It's amazing. Well, they got them that because they put them in a bit earlier. I didn't put mine in until the first week of April, sorry. So mine are going to be a couple of weeks behind from where theirs are from in the trench. But I will get a nice set. So we'll see what's what in any case. Right, I want to check this big onion because I see this one's starting to pile the weight on. And so is this one here as well. But that one is the big daddy there at the back. That's the pip. You can see it. I'm going to get this a measure now. So we'll get the tape measure around here. 16 the last time I measured this. I know it wasn't, it was no it wasn't, it was 14 the last time I measured it. 15.5. And it's got a nice thick stem on it as well, which is great. 16, the one I'm thinking of is the quality onion. So that's alright. Right, let's go and have a look at the quality onions, we'll have another measure. Now this was the onion that was measuring at 16 inches. It's absolutely flying. This is the biggest one I've got. Quality, so to speak. I wish I had a couple like this. I'll get that around his belly there. Look at that, 17 inches. It's put an inch on in a week. Oh, it's starting to split the flags there as well. I have to watch what I'm doing and be careful with this one because I don't want it to burst. So I keep feeding it too quickly. I put too much water, it will burst. So I think what I'll do is I'll leave that one. I'll not feed this one from the top because what I'm doing is I'm feeding from the top and I'm watering from below because all the roots are into the bed now. So I'll stop feeding this one. I'll just feed it once a week or once a fortnight and see how it reacts to that one. The rest of them though, they're coming along, as you can see. This is a good size one. The rest of them are doing all right as well. That one's starting to pile on the weight there as well, but it's starting to split the skin. So I think I'm going to have to think about my feeding regime in here. But yeah, they're coming on. And see, so is the stuff at the back here. So the heavy, the onions for heavy, I say they get a chance. They're still coming on there. They're starting to get a lot thick at the top. I'm waiting for them to belly out at the bottom. This kohlrabi is flying, absolutely flying. I'm waiting for it to see if it develops any pups. Now pups are the side growth. So as you can see there, there's little leaves starting to come through and stuff. So hey, not bad for my first attempt. I know that these do get massive, absolutely huge. we'll see what happens with it anyways. But yeah, everything, even the backup stock, the quality onions, because that's all these are this year. They'll just be for stock for the next couple of years. So it's nice to have my own seed. I'll be able to distribute it towards friends and stuff like that, just like Pete Edwards did with me with his, because that's them two at the back there, these ones, they're Pete Edwards Kelsey's, and I do like them. They are looking nice. So I've still got some seed as well, so I'll definitely be going big with these onions next year, because I know I'm only growing for 20 leeks. So there we go, that's that. Onions and cabbage I'm starting to head towards. Yeah, so a few years back when I first started growing the giant veg, I was told, of course at the time, don't try and grow everything. Basically, jack of all trades, master of none. That's why a lot of the giant veg growers just pick a few things to choose from and focus on them. Hats off to Dale Totten, who grew 5 things the other year, pretty much first place for all of them. Broke a UK record as well with his watermelon. What an absolute effort that must have been. I'm starting to pick things that I like to grow. The things that I'm liking to grow are the giant cabbage, which I'll give you a quick peek at them again. I'm liking to grow these onions. I am enjoying the leeks, but they are an absolute, you've got to keep on top of them. You've got to keep on top of them. Same with the onions as well, but the leeks more so. You've got to be on the ball with them. You've got to know the feeding, the time you drink, the one for the drink, you've got to keep on top of the spraying for the thrip. You've got to keep on top for the rust. It is an absolute massive labour of love, and some of them leeks are a 12-month leek. So if I do decide I am going to keep on growing the giants, because the heavies, the Yorkshire giants, because I've still not been able to get a decent Yorkshire giant yet. But as of things stands, I am starting to focus mainly on the onions and cabbage, is sort of specialty, so to speak. Everything else I'm having a go of and seeing what happens. And I like growing the marrows as well, so we'll see what happens next year, and I'll see which couple of things I want to focus on mainly. But yeah, everything's ticking along nicely. I'm going to head off home now. I'll show you the cabbage before I head off home, and I'll see you when I see you. Now the camera doesn't do these any justice, because they are humongous. They are massive. I know you've seen them earlier on in the week. This one especially, you can't really see another netting, but this one especially is my pick. It's my favourite at the minute. Some of them are looking nice. That one's looking nice. That one's starting to heart up, but it's smaller than the rest. That one's starting to come up, but it's still smaller than these. You just tell by the leaf shape on them. This one here is another good one. I've put some supports on underneath. Something else I need to do again next year. I was going to do it this year, but I didn't. I didn't get a chance to. I just got lazy. So I think we're going to have 1, 2, 3. I've just seen a cabbage white butterfly there, so I'm pleased with pleased I've got this netting on. I do need to put some slug pellets down underneath, just to stop the slugs from getting to them, because I did have a slug problem last year. And I know what yous are like. I know what you're saying, organics, blah blah blah. Beer traps, if you want to do beer traps, do beer traps. Beer traps is the best way forward to do it organically. But for me, for these, they're going to get slug pellets on. Nothing's going to be getting in. So, but yeah, they are looking tip top now since I've cleared them all out. And they've reacted well since clearing them all out. You can't really see, but never mind. Right, I'm going to head next door, water the marrows, and that's me sorted for down here today. Well, just had an absolute nightmare. I put my phone in my back of my selfie stick, and the 2 buttons were pressed. Called emergency services 111. Panicked to try and get it off. Dropped the phone onto a pavement slab. Now I've got a lovely green line running across the middle of my screen. I don't even know if this is going to work. I don't even know if the sound works. So this day is just I'm ready to just give in already. Right, that's me done. I'm going to go home, have a cup of tea, just do some housework. So hopefully I'll see you over the next few days. Good morning everybody, it's Thursday morning. I'm down at the plot. In fact, I tell a lie, it's around about lunchtime now. It's an absolute scorcher of a day today. So I've been down for the last hour and a half and watered everything down, making sure that everything is absolutely fine for later on. I'm in the top greenhouse here at the minute. The background here, I'm busy preparing the ground and preparing to go to put the giant cucumbers in. So I've got 2 giant cucumbers to go in. If I tell a lie, I've got 3, so I'm going to prep 3 beds. I've got 1 at home as well. So that's what I'll be doing this morning, as well as watering. Exactly the same as what I've done with the tomatoes, which are sitting nicely and doing well. I'm going to put 3 of these upturned 10-litre pots with the bottoms cut off in place so that they can sink straight into the ground. I'll fill these up as well. So I'm going to put one in the far corner, 1 in the middle, and 1 here, and that should be 3 enough in this area because I'll only be getting 1 per plant. So that can do as it pleases when I get them in. So I've got a few things to show you outside, which are basically, I'll show you what I'm going to be taking away today as well, but everything else is coming along all right. Nothing else has been lost at the moment, and everything is tippity top. So that's the 2 cucumbers planted. Might do a bit of an experiment here. I've left this one in the 3-litre air pot and just planted it into a base of Mills DNA Ultimate soil. Well, I've taken the bottom off, as you can see on the corner there, and we'll see how that progresses and see if it goes down into the bed and into the pot as planned. This one here, I've just taken it out of the air pot and I've just planted it straight direct into the Mills DNA. So we'll see what becomes of that. I'll start feeding that in about 6 weeks time. But everything else is all sorted. I've got 1 more cucumber to come from home, and that one I'm going to be putting in Leventon's pot and bedding. So we'll see what becomes of that one as well. Everything else is done here. I've got 2 more things to do. I'm going to go and clean the lilies off, as I showed you the other day before I ended the video for that day. Red lily bugs. The baby offspring, they need to be dispatched, and I need to clean them all off, and I need to get them all sorted because I'm going to put them down at the back. I'm going to find somewhere for them in anyways, because you can't see them where they are and they're ready back to about bursting into flower. So I'm going to sort them out, then we'll pick some sweet peas, and that's me done for today. Once again, cauliflower patch. I've got 1 that's ready there, I've got 1 that's ready there. Just had a look at the other ones and it looks like I've got a couple more ready to go as well. So this is the problem when you put them all in at the same time. So I've got another one there and I've got another one there. So I'm going to have to start taking these home, blanching them and cooking them. Blanching them and freezing them to be able to get used to them. But I've still got a couple more which are a bit behind, so I'll get them later on. And I've also got the broccoli in here as well. There's a second batch. I might do some direct sown of broccoli in here for the ones that I lift up for the cauliflowers, just so we can get some more afterwards as well, just like I've done next door. But yeah, I can grow cauliflowers. Hey! So you already know this is the direct sown bed. I put the beetroot in, of course, and all the swede and everything's coming up down the bottom there. Now I did sow some carrots in here last week, and as you can see here, the carrots are starting to come up, which is fantastic. Same within there as well. Same within there as well. So the carrots are coming up, which is great. The rest of the stuff's already doing fantastic in any case. Okay, time to get these lilies sorted out. Okay, so I've just moved all of the lilies that were behind there to the base, the bottom there, as you can see. I've moved the tables, they've been put away for another year. Now I can get them out and I can sit down here and I can inspect them all. I can see which ones have got the bugs on, which ones haven't. But this has been a few years in the making, all of these. I only started out with a couple of bulbs, and every single pot here is absolutely full. And it's nice to see all the nursery pots full of lilies with flowers on. Let's say these ones here are just from first year combs, first year bulbs. And there's a couple with the flowers on the top, which is great. These ones are the same as well. So the larger ones, I'll separate all these off when they're finished flowering, because these are all going to be cut flowers. And I'll write down exactly which ones are which, because even though I did write them down the first time round, it's come off basically. As you can see there, that one, I've got no idea what that one says anymore. So when they come out in colour, I'll just do markers again, and I'll separate them all off and put them next to each other, which ones are the right colours, and organise them that way. Now is going to be get rid of all the bugs. all the red lily beetle offspring. Now you normally find them, once I say, like I said last week, you normally find the other day, sorry, you'll normally find them underneath, which you can see on this one here. There's a few of them actually. There's one there. There's one there. And on the other side, and they will strip down the leaves of the plant really badly, like this one here. So this one, as you can see, the leaves are all going all up and then nothing. That's because they've started from the top and they're working their way down. And there'll be one on that side there. So I'm going to go through all of these, just set up my honkers and clean them all up. So the best way to get rid of these bugs and to spot them is always look underneath the leaves, but the best way to dispatch of them is as follows. Those with a squeamish disposition, look away now. Because the last thing I want to be doing is covered in poo, especially bug poo. There's one there, right underneath there. That's it, just big dump of poo. Just squash it. So that's it there. I didn't even squash it that time. Just squash it up against the leaf, finger and thumb. It's gone, it's done. I did spot another one as well. There, it's there. See how easy the best? Look how much of that leaf it's eating there. The little toe rag. Not anymore, it's not. So that's the one I've already looked at. So you've always got to go back and have a look and see if you've missed any, especially on the younger shoots as well. But we're going to have a few lilies this year, which is going to be nice. And this is different because I don't know what these ones are. I think these are the white ones, which I didn't like the look of last year, so I'll have to see what happens with them in any case. But that's them ones done. Right, I'm going to go and pick some sweet peas now, and then I'm going to go home. And so the never-ending sweet peas begin. I need to cut all of these down. I love sweet peas, they're fantastic. These are all from Leslie's as well. Next year I'm going to dedicate a couple of beds to them. These all started in autumn. Such lovely colours and the smell's absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to see if I can separate them off as well in the same varieties. Look at these purple ones, man. Lovely, then. Lots of lovely ones. I just cut them and they just keep coming back, which is fantastic. So I'm going to cut some more now. A couple of handfuls for the parents and for us at home. Makes the house smell lovely. There we go. Full mushroom tray, full of sweet peas. The colours on these are phenomenal, the smell is phenomenal. I've got purples here, I've got pinks, I've got whites with purple speckles on the leaves. I can barely even pick these up, man. Look at that for just a handful. It's absolutely amazing. I've still got all these ones to go as well, so I'm going to go and get these, put some of these in mortar. Like I say, they smell amazing, but that's me done for the day. Right, would you have that? Look at that. I've managed to lift them all into one hand. Absolutely massive big bouquet. Lovely, beautiful. Love sweet peas. I'm actually looking in the catalogues to see which ones I want to go for next year as well. But that's me done for today. I shall catch you all tomorrow. I've just had a friend of mine on the phone. I want to go and check his leeks out possibly tomorrow. I'll give you a look around and show you how his is going on, because he's cracking leek rod. Nowhere near what mine's like. He's much bigger than what mine are like. But I'll fill you in with that if that happens. If not, like I say, I'll catch you in my garden for the next few days. So see you then. Morning everybody. It's now, is it Thursday, Friday morning. I'm down at the plot and I've got some rubbish to remove. So majority of all of that is going to be going into the car and getting taken to the tip today, as I went yesterday and found it was open. So I've got some of that rubbish to take and a few bits of other pieces of rubbish to take. Before I start tidying that up to take the stuff to the tip, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a bit more direct sowing. So obviously these are spaces where I've lost leeks. Instead of I've got no more leeks to put in, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a couple of cauliflowers in here. Cauliflowers will help later on because they start taking all the feed out of the bed. The one thing I am a bit worried about though is obviously taking the feed away from the leeks that's around it. But I've been informed not to worry too much about it. Get them in and we should be able to have a nice cauliflower in around about 12 weeks time, which is around about short time. So there is I'm still going ahead as if some of these shows that I'm involved in are going to go ahead. one of the categories is 3 different kinds of veg, and cauliflowers are a high points score. So with the success that I've had outside, I don't know how they're going to grow in here, but I'm going to put some in any case. And what I'm using is the Clapton cauliflower from DT Browns. I've got a few collars here which I've just brought in just so we can see exactly where the plant is, where the seeds are going to go, just in case any weeds start to develop. But I'm going to just put a couple of seeds per station. I've got 5 stations, and this way we should be able to get at least something out of it, if it's not for the show, for home, because like I say, them cauliflowers outside have done really well in that section. So just a couple of seeds, if I can get the seeds out of it. Anyhow, I'll get this sorted out and then I'll show you what I'm going to be doing next. For my uploads, I've got 2 Clapton cauliflower in here. I've got 2 Clapton cauliflower at the back, and also 1 on this side as well. So that's them all in. I'll give them a week for them to come through, then I'll just take this, when the time comes, I'll take the weakest one away, and I'll just take one of them away, so I've got 1 cauliflower growing in that spot. So that's filling out the spaces that I have, which is great. Right, time to move on. Something else I'm doing here as well is these are the bluebell chits. So the little chits that I took off the bluebell potatoes early on, these are starting to grow now, and I've got this spare bucket here which had one of the leeks in, which didn't make it because it went to seed. So I'm just going to repurpose the compost in here because it's not really been delved into, and the potatoes should do fine. I'm going to put 3 of these in here actually, and see how they progress. They're only in 1 litre pots. You can see it coming up great there. I'll just put 3 in total and just leave them, and we'll see how these get on for show potatoes basically. I don't know for timing or anything like that, because like I say, this is all just experimentation. You see it coming along here already. I'll just stick that in the middle there, push it into there. I'll get 1 more for this side here. I only brought 2 out. I've got 4 in total. 4's going to be too much. I've just put 3 in here, because you normally just put 3 potatoes in these pocket towers, and then that's going to be that sorted out. So we'll see how this progresses over the next 3 months as well. Well, just did a quick tidy up there. I've got everything in the car ready to go. All the rubbish in the bags. I've got to go over to Grandad Dave's and pick some wood up for him to take to the dump, to the tip even. Before I go though, I want to pick a few of these cauliflowers because they're ready to go. I'm going to drop one off my mum's, and I've got to drop one off at home as well. Well, once again, I would say that's a success. This one's been caught in the sun, and that's things that you can see. If you don't cover the leaves, that's what I've just done with the ones down there. If you don't cover the leaves, they're starting to blow there actually. So I've picked this just in time. And when I say blow, basically these are flowers. That's what the curd of the cauliflower is. It's what you eat the flower part of it. And as you can see here, it's starting to sprout up. So you need to get it before that happens. So this one potentially will be a bit better, but we'll have to wait and see. This one here is a nice specimen. It's a nice cauliflower. But once again, that one I haven't covered up. But hey, can't grumble with that. I'm pleased with that. So that's them done. Time to head to the tip, and I've actually still got loads of flowers to plant as well. So I'll get that done when I come back. So I'll catch you after I've been to the tip. We're at Grandad Dave's to pick this rubbish up. The car's full of rubbish, and what I want is to help him out plant all of his plants, because as you know, like I say, his back's starting to play up. So I'm just getting my hand in the back garden here, pour him a bit of cup of tea. Have a quick look, see what he's got. All them plants to go in the front garden, so he's going to sort that out in his time. I'll see if he wants a hand with it. Across the side there, plant loads of plants, begonias, geraniums, petunias, all the way down there. And all the way across the back there as well. And moved a couple of moved bird baths and lady figures and everything in there. And that's where my granny wants to have a fairy garden. Off to the tip. We're going to get this car emptied, and I'm going to go back to the garden and I'm going to put my flowers in my allotment because I've got some marigolds and stuff which need to go in with the tomatoes and stuff. I've got all the geraniums, and Grandad's just giving us some geraniums, so thank you very much. So I've got all the way at the tip. Tip's shut. Well, it wasn't technically shut, there's still people queuing up, but the guy wouldn't let us queue up for some reason. Didn't give us an explanation. Don't know if it was because it was full or what. So I'll try again tomorrow morning. Anyhow, into the onion house here, and I'm going to plant some marigolds in between the onions just to give a bit of colour in here over the next few weeks. I'll plant some marigolds in between. There. Like you see, I've done it right at the front, so one there, one there, one there, so on and so forth all the way around, just to get a bit of colour. I'm just going to do a bit of tidying up in here and get these onions all spick and span, spaced out, and all the fruit sorted out. There we're gone. I've got the marigolds in here. These will be lovely. All the way down here in between the onions. Sorted. Here, ant infestation was mental. I've got some Livingston daisy here which are pretty much dead because they've not been watered. I'm going to take them home and then put them in the front garden. This giant kohlrabi is definitely starting to pick up now. It's starting to go rugby shaped, so that's going to look good. The onions are looking good again. So yeah, this is all done down here as well, so we'll have some nice colour in here, which should be nice. Tell you what, this onion looks a right weird shape. Notice it's starting to belly out, which is a shame, but it's starting to split. Too much water, too much feed. Reason why I'm just leaving this for a little while, because underneath is still wet. But yeah, everything's sorted in here now. See what else I can get done before I go home. Well, the answer was not a lot really. I did a bit of recording and for another project, and then decided to pop home. I've got myself a little drink here. I'm enjoying the back garden, and I'm also enjoying these flowers as well. Let us show you how these are progressing on the wall behind me. As you can see, all five or six of them here, six wall hangers are doing really well. Absolutely covered. Petunias are growing really well. I've got some begonias that I put in, trailing begonias. I've got some lobelia, which I'm trying to get to go down that way. Let's get some nice flowers on here as well. I have been coming out and just nipping off the deadheading. It's very imperative that you do deadhead these flowers, the petunias especially, so that new flowers can be can come through. This one there, it's ready to go, so that's that one off as well. And I'm hoping that these over the next few weeks start trailing over the top, but it also gives a lovely view outside the kitchen window, so they're coming along absolutely fantastic there as well. Quickly back in the greenhouse, in the shed here, the other bottle has produced the carrot, so all of these carrots now are up and go. The carrot bottle challenge, there's one there and there's two on that side, so they're coming on fantastic. And these loofahs are doing really well as well, so they will be getting taken into the greenhouse not long, as will be, that's the third cucumber that I've got for the giant cucumber. We'll I need to get that taken down to the allotment and see how that goes under the natural daylight. I've got to put these tubs out, just waiting for them to come into life, which was great. I've got loads and loads of plants that I've got off Grandad Dave today to plant in the front garden and also the back garden, so we'll see how they go. I'll get them done when I get a chance to, possibly tomorrow morning. So catch you tomorrow. Morning, it's Saturday morning. I've been to the tip. I couldn't get in last night. I've dropped all the rubbish off at the tip, come down the garden because Grandad can't make it down, so I've opened his doors and I'm in the process of having a look through everything to see if everything's all right. Mum's brought us some banana bread down. She's in that jar, so I'm not going to show you. No. Just spotted one of the cauliflowers as well. I gave my mum a cauliflower the other day and she says it's absolutely beautiful. And I've got one here which is massive. I'm just about to get it out and I'll show you what it's like. There we go. So, take these out the leaves off. Oh, look at that. I reckon that can do.
That's more than one Sunday dinner.
I've never been able to grow collies. I'm having a cracking year with them. and nowhere to show. I'll put some more of these ones in the polytunnel. I'm hoping to get something like that for when my Leek Club show comes around, because I've got there's a section for free veg, and cauliflower's high on the list, so that's the reason why I put them collies in the other day. But hey, can I get around with that, can I? Cheers. Yeah, she comes, she's come in, she's taking me cauliflowers, dropping some bread off. See you later, mother. Right, she's brought me some, she brought some banana bread she's made. Can't have turn out, my mum's an absolutely fantastic cook. She's given us 2 bits of banana bread here, 2 different recipes. There's the first one. I'll tell you what, I've never had banana bread before. But it was, both of them were very tasty. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to have a munch on this now before I crack on. Well, I've done my usual trick. I left yesterday and I left the tap on. Oh Lord, this week just keeps on getting from good to worse to good again. Let's show you the damage it's done this time. My swimming pool's back. So guys, this is my pond, right? This is how I create a pond. It's floating debris. There's no plants in it. Keep that in there. It's about 1 foot deep. So what will happen now is these beds will get heavily watered. The beds will take up the water, and I'll not have to water these for a good week. I was just saying this week how I wanted to keep an eye on the water on here, because I didn't want the skins to pop. Well, at the minute, I'm not going to have much option at the minute. A lot of water here, and the beds are already saturated now as well. So once again, vital mistake. I might have to put a timer on the hose itself, stop us from forgetting things like this. It wouldn't have been so bad if it was at the leak, on the leaks or anything or stuff like that, but hopefully this has not done too much damage with the leaks being raised up. But we'll have to wait and see what happens in any case. But yeah, fancy a swim. Another funny thing is, I've been looking for my Livingston daisies all over. Guess where I've just found them? Right at the back. So now I need to go get them. This is going to be fun. Come with us. Let's have a look here. Try and do the split here. Finding the water. Here's one for you being framed. Let's hope I made these strong enough. Hope I don't drop these in the water. That's the last thing I need. Phone's already broken to start with. Wait, I got here. Now I just have to try and turn around and get back. Right, let's have a look. Oh, yeah. Oh, hey. Yeah, I'm getting used to this. I've said it now, haven't I? Wait. Use the roof struts. And we are safe. Oh, hey. Done. Got them. Right, time to give the cabbages a quick drink. Feed with some moonshine. I've just, before I do that, I've just made some hanging baskets up from the cheap bulbs that I got in the Livingston daisies and stuff. I've got a load of begonias in here. Just traipse over the side. The idea is, same with these ones here, just traipse over the side when they come through. These ones I've just put some busy lizzies in. Just 3 busy lizzies in there. We'll see how they go. With a begonia right smack bang in the middle, and on this side as we come in, I've put one of the geraniums in the centre there, and I've got 4 busy lizzies on the outside. Something nice to look at when we come into the garden, and I'll see what they turn out like. I've never had any success with these hanging baskets, but we'll see what comes of those. Right, time to go and give them cabbages a feed with moonshine, and then I'm done for today. That's them watered off, looking fantastic from the beginning of the week. I've just have a quick peek at these beetroot here, and they are starting to fly now, which is great. You see, they're coming on canny. Lovely foliage on the top here as well. Nice big foliage. Same with these ones as well. They're doing all right. That's the one that I just put in last, and that's starting to pick up pace. Same with them ones as well under there. So I'm pleased with the way they're going. I've had a good drink of water after I was leaving the tap on again. But yeah, that's me sorted. I don't know if you all remember, but back in the reason why I wanted to grow a few things in here was to have a look at the colours as I come in the greenhouse, to make sure it's not bare, because other than that these benches would have been bare. Look at these geraniums, man. Colours on them, fantastic. leaves here, this bullseye salmon. Much different leaf to the standard Pelagorium. I've got these ones here as well, which are doing really well. So I've got a mother plant there. Take some more cuttings from. But these are lovely. These, even my mum like these. She wants a couple of these for next year, so I'll be keeping them going. But even the collies that's going to seed, it's nice to see different colours going on in the greenhouse. So got them ones to sort out. But the begonias, yeah, they're opening up fine. You see, there's a nice big white flower there. Bit of sun scorch on here. That's my fault. Got a red one opening up, pink one opening up here. Got a few more starting to put their flowers out. There's a little bit there on the go. Amazing, these. I'm looking forward to seeing how these turn out. I might even get some show varieties next year. I'm going to get these down. I'm going to have a look and see if there's any roots on them, because they've been up there for a while now. And I'll see if there's anything happening with the aloe vera. That's the one. Right, let's have a quick peek. I can't remember when I put these in. It's been in a while now, so we'll have a see if there's any roots on. And once again, these will just be free plants if they are. I'll get in nice and deep there. Oh, there's nothing on that one yet. It's a bit of a shame. Let's have a look along the corner here. There's a few bits on there. Little bits of root on there. I'll put these up singly now, regardless if they've got root on the bottom or not, because they're still going. Let's have a look at this one. That one's got something on it, definitely. There we go. Let's have a look at this one as well. It's got something on it as well. Great. So I'm going to plant them into these ones. You can see that. Got some root on there. I'm going to plant them up, pot these up, and then we'll have a look at the aloe vera. Right, let's check out this aloe vera. This was done on the 25th of the 5th, so it's been in a good 4 weeks. We'll have a look and see what these are like here. So I can see that there's greenery coming through the middle, because of course they will try and die back because there's no roots on them. There's a bit of moss on the top, that's not a worry. But if I just do a gentle little pull to see if they've got any roots on, that will be a yes. That will be a yes right there. But I've pulled that out. So as you can see there, little root on there. So I'll just stick that back on there. Just pop that back in. That do its business. Big one. Yeah, these are all. So I've got 100% rooting on there. 15 in total. Sorry, 5, 10, 15, 19, 18 in total, sorry. I can't even count, that's ridiculous. 4 4s, 16, so we've got 15, so yeah, I was right. I will get with it. 15 new aloe vera plants in total. Let's have a look and see if we'll do this one at the top here. See what the root system's like on this one. Hey, there we go. Cracking. Got 15 new aloe vera plants here. Just stick that back in there. So what I'll do with these, I will get these potted up. Not today, but I will get these done another time. Because it's that time of the day. Yeah, it's time for me to head off home. I've got to go and dismantle the shed for a friend. He's getting it for free, so I'm going to give them a hand. And then that's me sorted, possibly even for this week, because I might even take the day off tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Day off for me. That'll be new. I've just been down helping allotment neighbour, Steve. Kirsty and Steve. Kirsty's got the allotment that's just on this side from Leslie's allotment here. We've been up to Morpeth and I've managed to get this shed for him for free to 75. So we've managed to get it sorted, taken down, put back up again, and then that's it done. That's me done for today. It's around about 7:30. And we're just leaving here, and what a sight there is. Let's turn you around. Oh, well, that's for a double rainbow. All the way up there. And onto the brand new shed. It's a sign. But yeah, what a cracking sight that is. So that's me done. Please, the end of the day. And I'll catch you all tomorrow. And I'll see you tomorrow night for the premiere. Sorry, just before I go, just come up with this community allotment. Now, if you've seen on Wednesday when I did that quick live video, Leslie came back with some strawberries. Look at the size of these things. I'll definitely be getting some runners off these. Look at these things. They're climbing up, look at them. Absolutely ginormous. There's loads of them. Look at them, look at that. It's amazing, that. Definitely be taking a couple of these now. What are you doing?
Steal them?
You're not stealing anything. It's a community allotment. You may have some.
Okay, can I have the allotment?
I'm going to take some more of these and head home. Hey everybody, Sunday afternoon now. I've been helping Leslie in the house. I've have decided to take the day off today, but I've got things to be done inside. Let me show you Leslie's garlic that she pulled. She's done a fantastic, got a fantastic harvest. I'm going to go home. Let's go home. I'm going to go. I am second home. I'm going to go down to the allotment. I'm going to pick myself a cauliflower for dinner, and then that'll pretty much be it for the day. I'll show you the goodies that I picked up yesterday. When I picked that shit up for Stephen and Kirstine, and that's it. That'll pretty much be it. This here is the onion that was from Pip that I thought I'd lost. Well, it's still going, still getting bigger. I'm going to take that down the allotment when I go down now as well. But here's what I want to show you. Here's the garlic harvest that Leslie harvested. She's had a fantastic harvest, absolutely fantastic. So if I just lift this up, look at that. Getting 9 cloves per bulb. That's absolutely amazing, fantastic garlic that. White Cristo. 3rd year garlic, loads of cloves on there, so it's just drying out in the greenhouse here. I'll be saving some of them for next year, and some of them will be, then they'll be getting stored. As you can see, I've not taken it all off because it's important to dry the stem out as well, because the stem will become important when we start braiding the garlic together for storage. But yeah, she had a fantastic harvest, so well done, Leslie Dolan. May as well show you Kyle's giant cabbage while we're in here. He's done really well. There's the size of the leaves there. Some really good cabbage there. So he's doing well. He hasn't seen it for a little while, but it's getting there. Right, I'll show you Leslie's oh, she's peas as well. There's peas. He's getting peas on his pea pods. He's the only one that's managed to be able to get peas so far. Right, I'm going to show you Leslie's roses. Leslie's roses here. She's getting them. She's picking them every other day, and the scent in here is lovely. It smells beautiful. Different ones here. Got the double delight here as well, which looks beautiful. Smell gorgeous. I can't remember what this one's called here, but it's a very, the colours on them are amazing. What's this one? This one is Duvelt. That's what them ones are. So these are the ones that I got from Marvy Rogers, and these are the ones that I got from Pitty Me Nursery. As you can see, some lovely ones there. Right, time to head down to the allotment. Down on the pot, just to let you know, the next few days it's going to be very windy. So if you've got any tall plants, things like these sunflowers here, then they need to be staked up properly. I've just found one that was hanging down, so I'm going to start just by staking them at the top there, and getting a bit of rope, tying around the top on each one of these, just so that the wind doesn't cause too much damage, because it is going to get extremely gusty. So I want to do that first, and then pick my collie and stuff, and see what else I can get quickly done when I'm down here. Couple of sledges for the girls. I'm getting this rotavator. So I got this for free. It's electric powered one, so this will do for the greenhouse, for the back garden at home. I'm also getting a strimmer in there as well, which is underneath it. Excuse the mess. It's me van, basically, it's me car. But I've managed to pick them up yesterday for free, which is fantastic. I'll put them to good use as well. Nice head of broccoli, freshly picked, cauliflower even, freshly picked, and it'll be going in the steamer in the next hour, and in my belly in the next couple. Well, it's been an absolute hectic week. What with Sky's operation, getting everything else sorted. Once again, I can't remember what I did at the beginning of the week. The cabbages. So as you can see, the changes in the giant cabbage. I've given them a good feed. They're getting a good deweed and everything as well. I've taken stuff to the tip. I've been to the tip twice. I've helped with Grandad Dave's. I've helped with Grandad Dave's back garden, getting all these plants set out. I've put a few plants in for me. I've got to go home now, and I've got to help out. As long as the rain holds off, I'll put my flowers in my front garden as well from that I got. I've done lots and lots again this week. I look forward to seeing how I get on with things next week and the week after. Back to work tomorrow on late, so I should be able to get a few things done. But as of this week, this is me all sorted and finished with. I want to thank everybody for joining in on Wednesday for the live video again. It was a blast. The snail wars with me and Leslie was quite amusing. it was entertaining. If you haven't seen that, just head over to the Wednesday's live video. Sky is doing fantastic. She's up and her features all sorted, all done. She's paying free, which is great. So her feet, we'll see what happens with her feet in the future. See what becomes of them. Pubs are opening from the 4th of July, so that's a good thing for Leek Club shows. So I would expect me to have my 2 Leek Club shows and also the open show as well at Cramlington at the beginning of August, but we'll see what becomes of those, and I'll keep you informed to see what I'll be doing as well. So once again, everybody, thank you very much for liking, thank you very much for subscribing, thanks very much for all your messages and everything. It's a pleasure to read and a pleasure to see inspire a lot of people like do what I do basically, but on a shorter scale, because nobody wants to do what I do week in, week out. So thank you very much for watching. I shall see you all next week, and I'll catch you on the premiere tonight. So see you then, and I'll see you next time as well.